Cox Automotive Digital Retailing is now Accelerate My Deal, the same digital retailing solution you've always trusted with seamless integration of shopper info from My Wallet to your CRM and at-home paperwork, improving the car buying experience. For better leads and faster deals, AutoTrader delivers.
This is Automotive Industry News.
Hi, I'm Veronica Cambus, and welcome to the Automotive Industry News. Our top stories. A new source of funding could be a game changer for buy here, pay here dealers, and America's largest automaker enters the space race. But first, we meet again, or we will soon. After going virtual last year as the result of the COVID pandemic, the NIADA Convention and Expo returns as a live, in-person event in 2021, just in time for its 75th anniversary. The July issue of UCD Magazine features the definitive preview of the used vehicle industry's premier event of the year, with information about what you can expect in dealer education, special events, the expo hall, the venue, and more at the 75th Annual NIADA Convention and Expo, coming up August 23rd through the 26th in San Antonio, Texas. You'll also find a look at the risks created by the presence of persistent personal information stored inside cars to the dealers who buy and sell them. That and much more is available now at ucdmagazine.com. We'll be right back.
Cox Automotive Digital Retailing is now Accelerate My Deal, the same digital retailing solution you've always trusted with seamless integration of shopper info from My Wallet to your CRM and at-home paperwork, improving the car buying experience. For better leads and faster deals, AutoTrader delivers.
One of the biggest issues faced by the buy here, pay here dealers is access to capital. As both the seller of vehicles and the financier, a BHPH business is very cash intensive. But most dealerships don't have the same access to that cash as large entities. Now, there's an innovative new way for BHPH operators to get that access. In December, Agora Data completed the first ever crowdsourced automotive securitization, offering small dealerships the scale and technology to take advantage of a funding source previously limited to much larger dealer groups. Agora recently closed a second crowdsourced securitization involving 40 BHPH dealerships and small finance companies. Here to talk about these securitizations and why they're such a game changer is Steve Burke, co-founder, partner, and CEO of Agora Data. Welcome, Steve, and thank you for joining us today on Automotive Industry News. Let's start with the basics. What is crowdsourced securitization, and what does that mean, and how does it work?
Crowdsourced securitization, I'm going to start by explaining a typical securitization first. Generally has a single originator, like a large finance company, and they transfer those loans into a bankruptcy remote entity, or what's called a special purpose entity. And then that entity issues bonds, in the capital markets, and those bonds are secured by the underlying loans. So that issuer's loans secure the bonds. And then those bonds are purchased by institutional investors, large hedge funds and any type of an institutional investor. A crowdsourced securitization, which is what Agora invented, changes it slightly. Everything I described about the bonds and being secured by the loans and institutional investors buying those bonds, nothing changes there. But rather than a single issuer like a large finance company, we invented the technology to crowdsource or aggregate many originators, many buy here, pay here dealers, many small independent finance companies into that securitization. So we crowdsource those originators, move their loans into that special purpose vehicle, and then on Wall Street, they're sold as bonds, and the loans secure those bonds.
Why is this such an important innovation? Why should dealers be aware of it?
To start with, the auto loan market, it's about a $1.4 trillion market, and most of that is securitized. And that $1.4 trillion is everything from buy here, pay here to super prime credit grades. And capital market money is the most abundant and affordable capital. So buy here, pay here dealers before Agora had to borrow money at very high interest rates with restrictive financial covenants, a lot of balance sheet tests. Sometimes they failed it, sometimes they didn't. So Agora's technology connects that buy here, pay here dealer with the capital market and allows them to be on the same playing field as the largest of institutions and the largest dealer groups. So never before Agora could your small to even large buy here, pay here dealers and small finance companies access securitizations in the capital markets. And Agora now allows them to do that.
Looking ahead,
What kind of impact can crowdsourced securitization make on the buy here, pay here industry as a whole?
Buy here, pay here dealers are some of the most brilliant entrepreneurs that I know of. I mean, they're just super smart people and they're risk takers. But forever, buy here, pay here dealers have been very underbanked and underserved. Today, before Agora, when a buy here, pay here dealer wanted to borrow money, they'd pay a very high interest rate. They would have very restrictive financial covenants, many balance sheet tests that sometimes they fail. And now through Agora and through that connection, we're able to get them that money at a very low cost and very abundantly. So your typical buy here, pay here dealer that maybe couldn't grow beyond a $2, $3, $4, $5 million portfolio. Now, because of Agora, they can grow to a 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 million portfolio because of our crowdsourced securitizations. So I believe that by inventing a crowdsourced securitization and connecting these buy here, pay here dealers with the capital markets, they can now significantly grow their businesses. And that was never available to them before Agora.
Automotive industry news will return right after this.
The annual NIADA Convention and Expo is the place to be if you want to be a playmaker as an independent vehicle dealer. Start with the best dealer education available in the independent space at an expo hall packed with new technology, products, and services designed to help you reach success. There's also networking, awards honoring the industry's best, and much more. Register now for the 2021 NIADA Convention and Expo, coming up August 23rd through the 26th at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center in San Antonio, Texas.
In the 1960s, the space race involved two world superpowers attempting to build super powerful rockets to land astronauts on the moon. In 2021, there's another space race going on in the auto industry. Over the past couple of years, vehicle manufacturers Toyota and Audi have announced partnerships or plans to develop vehicles for exploring the moon or beyond. The latest entry into this race is General Motors. NASA is currently planning stages of missions to return to the moon as early as 2024. The space agency called on automakers to submit proposals for a new lunar terrain vehicle that can be designed and developed in time for the upcoming Artemis missions. GM has stepped up to answer that call. America's largest automaker has announced a partnership with Lockheed Martin to create a battery-powered autonomous vehicle to transport astronauts across the lunar surface.
Hello, I'm Jim Takelett, CEO of Lockheed Martin.
Hello, I'm Mary Barra, Chair and CEO of General Motors. And we have an exciting announcement.
Lockheed Martin and General Motors are teaming up. Together, we are going to develop the next generation of lunar rovers.
NASA will need rovers as part of its Artemis program, which will return astronauts to the moon.
Our alliance will draw on our strong legacies of engineering performance and reliability, and we're confident that it will lead to transformative vehicles with unmatched capabilities and technologies we can use right here on Earth.
Our next generation rovers will help NASA astronauts safely go farther and faster as they perform high-priority science on the lunar surface.
These rovers will also have autonomous capabilities, enabling them to operate even when humans are not present.
At GM, we are all in on electric vehicles, and this opportunity is just another way that we are shaping the future. I'm especially happy to be embarking on this journey with Jim and Lockheed Martin as we seek to take our alliance to the moon and beyond.
You're right, Mary. These next generation rovers are just the beginning. We look forward to working with GM to build a better tomorrow. And our first step will be to proudly support NASA and the Artemis program as they inspire us, unite us, and advance the frontiers of science by taking our nation back to the moon and onto Mars.
This is not GM's first venture into space. 50 years ago, the automaker helped develop the lunar rover driven by astronauts during the last 3 Apollo missions. And there might be more to come. NASA has outlined plans for a variety of lunar vehicles that can carry human explorers, haul commercial payloads, or reach remote regions of the moon during missions lasting as long as 100 days. More in a moment.
Cox Automotive Digital Retailing is now Accelerate My Deal, the same digital retailing solution you've always trusted with seamless integration of shopper info from My Wallet to your CRM and at-home paperwork, improving the car buying experience. For better leads and faster deals, AutoTrader delivers.
America's quickest police car isn't a car at all. Turns out it's a pickup truck, specifically the Ford F-150 police responder truck. In testing by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and Michigan State Police, the F-150 posted the fastest times in a number of acceleration and speed categories, faster than even the sedans and SUVs that were tested. Ford's police truck posted a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 5.4 seconds, almost half a second faster than any other vehicle. Its 0 to 100 time of 13.1 seconds was 0.8 faster than its closest competitor. The F-150 also sped through a quarter mile in just 14.44 seconds and recorded a top speed of 120 miles per hour. For comparison, a Dodge Charger with a 5.7-liter V8 engine in police configuration took 6.5 seconds to go from 0 to 60 and finished a quarter mile in 14.85. Ford's Greg Ebel said the truck's acceleration and speed numbers aren't just a matter of bragging rights. Shaving even a few seconds off response time can make a big difference in responding to an accident on the highway or a distress call from somewhere off the road. That's all for this edition of Automotive Industry News. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Cambis.